A's Extra.
Welcome back to the Anglers Extra pregame show. The Harwich Mariners and the Chatham A's set to face off for the second time in as many nights. I'm Josh Schaefer, joined by A's manager Tom Holliday, and it's time for today's Manager Show. Coach, a 5-1 loss last night to these same Harwich Mariners. What's your biggest takeaway from last night's game?
Well, I mean, you don't like to lose ball games. I think there's a little hangover from clinching. I'm a little bit concerned that we played so many really good games, tight games that, we win from the 7th inning on, and sometimes that takes a little energy out of you. I hope it didn't take their desire to win, desire to play out. Tired, well, shoot, everybody's a little bit tired, but this ball club we played last night, they're a little bit tired. They beat us 5-1. They found energy from winning, and winning brings energy. So we're going to throw 4 guys tonight. Maybe, I hope 3, but we're going to try to stick to our plan, to use each game to get ready for the playoffs. Might end up costing us a spot in the standings or 2, but right now I'm still concerned about our health. And I think last night we got through the game with no more injuries. Benny got aggravated a little bit, so I'm going to give Benny a night off again tonight. And, we're going to have to pitch and play defense to win.
You wrote on your lineup card today, play the game at your pace. What does that mean?
I think that a lot of times when you lose, it's pretty. Sometimes when you lose, it's ugly. Sometimes when you win, it's ugly. And sometimes when you start getting on guys about turning their motor up, they try to reach in the tank. There's no energy. There's just nothing there. They're giving you what they got. They just don't have a lot. So the game of baseball can be played at a slow pace. And then all of a sudden, whenever you jump their rear ends a little bit about, little things in baseball, they think it means hustle. This team never gives me, less than 100%. I've had a couple guys jog to first base, and then when I get ready to check them out, it's like, I got that tight hammy or something. So, I don't have a dog. I don't have a guy that plays like a dog. Bottom line is, like, there's no record. You don't have to set a record on how fast you get to your position. You don't have to set a record on how fast you get off the field. Just play the game at your pace. I mean, you can play the game good even when you're out of energy. I mean, this is a game of, like, funny seconds. There's the time between a pitch and a hit, and the time it takes to swing a bat. Holy cow, you get 4 at-bats, and you swing the bat 3 times each time. You've played for about 15 seconds all night. That's how much energy you've given up. So, to sit around and try to analyze baseball is kind of ridiculous. Going on and off the field, I mean, by now that's second nature. So, you started something, try to finish it, and they were the best team in the league, for 2/3 of the season, maybe longer, 3/4 of the season. I'd hate to let them get it, slip away, but if it does, going into the playoffs with 9 guys and a healthy pitching staff, that's kind of my goal right now.
The last couple games are upon us. This is game number 40 today for your squad, and a lot of games against the East coming up, just a lot of games in a short amount of time too, including the doubleheader tomorrow. You mentioned the pitching. What's the plan for the pitching staff over the course of the next 4 games?
We're going to kind of work backwards. Kubicek will work an inning tonight, and then he'll come back, the first game of the playoffs. Ayers will pitch tonight, probably 5 innings, and we'll have him ready for either game 3 or game 4. And you don't know who that could be. That could be a second round, or could be to get into the second round, but we'll let him go tonight. We'll get Vernon some work tonight, and try again to stay away from Merriman. Now, tomorrow, we're going to have 2 guys for game 1. Madden, he'll go game 1, probably 4 or 5. Get him ready for his start in the playoffs. Bartnicki, what he did last night, kind of made a statement that we now have an option. We could use him early in the rotation. So we're like two more games. The second game tomorrow is going to be the 2 new guys that we brought in. Hopefully they can go 3 apiece. They're 7-inning games. I mean, every game is going to have a different flavor to it. We got a commitment today for an arm that'll join us, and he'll probably pitch against Orleans in the 9-inning game here. And then the last game of the season, right now we don't have an arm. So that'll be every guy on the team will get an inning, and we'll just have fun with it. And I hope that Orleans is in so they can do the same thing. If the playing field's even, it could be a fun game to watch. It could be. But you're not making a mockery. It's just the fact the way this schedule was pushed and forced into. It's made the last week uncomfortable.
All right, well, it could be a lot of fun final few games of the season, including maybe a lot of position players in game number 44 against the Firebirds. But first, the Mariners in town today to wrap up their regular season schedule with the Anglers. Coach, appreciate your time. Good luck today against Harwich.
You bet.
Let's throw things back up to Cooper Boardman for more as the Anglers Extra pregame show rolls on.